Okay. I really am looking forward to eventually getting to debut your model, though. Like, that's gonna be adorable.
I still need to fix like a bunch of things and work on some others, but I have like until next year to do that, so I'm not in a hurry anymore. That I pretty much know how to.
Yeah, no,
Now that I figure out stuff, it's okay.
I think it'll be just fine. Like you're figuring out stuff. Where is the window? Crud, I need the window to make this work. There we go. Okay. Oh, I know what's wrong. Hold on, I must have something open that's blocking it. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, I didn't want to select everything. That's a bad. Did I leave VLC open? That'd do it. It's back. I don't seem to be having. Oh, they are fun. Like that's why I go and play them with y'all. But you probably won't see me playing them on here. Not to mention, I doubt OBS would want to work while I'm playing those. Okay, I have that loaded up. Okay, and now for the moment of truth where I think we'll probably start getting encoding errors because I gotta stream my screen to you. So let's see how this works.
His fingers.
Yep, cross fingers. As we do every time we do these streams. It's like, I don't know if you ever watched the Magic School Bus or if that was just like an American thing, but it's like the opening of the show where Arnold's just like, please let this be a normal field trip. That was my camera. I don't want that. No, shut that off.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing. And my... Whoa, what the fuck? No! Please, come back! This... OBS just restarted right in the middle of everything. I was literally just talking about this. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna call her on my phone. Hold on. So, you want to take a guess what just happened there? Oh, crud. Hold on. I can't hear you. Let me turn you on speaker. There we go. So, you want to take a guess what just happened there?
First off, your mic is not working as much as before, so I believe something went
Something went terribly wrong. Discord
Which is?
Discord randomly restarted in the middle of everything. Like it shut off and turned back on. What the fuck? Okay, are we still talking? Are we still talking? What the fuck? Okay, are we... Am I back to using my computer? What the fuck? Ah!
Where's my words written?
What the fuck? I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Ah! Okay, you're back, right? Hello? The Discord freeze?
Yay.
Okay, there you are. Oh my gosh. Seriously, I'm in the middle of talking to you on the computer, and Discord just randomly stops and restarts, and it's like, what the fuck? I was using that. But, you know, Discord don't give a shit. And then I go to use my phone to talk to you with that, just so I can kind of keep everything going. And that's when my computer finally Discord finally reboots on my computer, and it automatically reconnected me to the computer. So it was like a ping pong thing where it just went bonk bonk bonk, and I was like, stop moving. And the ironic part is this happens just as I'm saying, I hope that's the end of our troubles.
Never.
Never. Ever, ever. Also, the French accent made never sound very nice.
Never, never.
I like it. Anyway, okay, I'm sharing my screen to you. I'm also keeping an eye on OBS to see if that's what causes the encoding error. Because if it is, look it, y'all get encoding errors. I'm not going to give this up just because it makes the stream slightly more shitty. Anyway. It's in widescreen right now on your screen. I think I can fix that.
I can see what's going on the screen.
Okay. And yeah,
So far I
that's...
can at least.
Well, that
Oh,
confirms...
I can hear myself in the background.
Well, that's weird. You should only be seeing the Super Nintendo game.
I see the game, but I can also hear myself.
Okay, hold on. Oh, is this what I want? I'm messing with some frame stuff. Also, yes, this does confirm what I thought. The encoding overload, it happens once I start streaming with you. So
I am a problem.
No. That is completely out of context. But, yeah, okay. So, chat, I guess, is just gonna have to live with the encoding overloads. After all, the appeal of this isn't the stream, it's me and you. Okay, everything should be up and working now. Outside of the screen. Yeah, Fluffy, the encoding overload, that's a buffer. Pete was trying to tell me it was an internet thing. No, the OBS square is green. It works fine. The encoding overload is basically... It's OBS telling me I'm using too many things. So, first of all, I'm going to switch over to... No, not that. Not that either. We're going to switch over to this mode. Oh, now it's in the red. So now we're having an internet issue on top of everything. Lovely. Alright, I'm going to go in here. Shut off literally everything except for our Super Nintendo capture. As a matter of fact, can I select everything on this page? Can I shut these off too? No, not that. Bleh. But yeah, the buffering is, that happens anytime I have the encoding error. And there is nothing I can do about it because it happens as soon as I start sharing my screen with Lysou. And unfortunately, there's not really another way I can do these co-op streams except for that, you know?
Mm.
It is a bummer. I'm curious what it'll be like if we did them on, like, if you, like, streamed and I joined in on one, you know?
I don't wanna, like, brag about my computer abilities, but I believe it would be less problematic than yours.
Yeah, I'm curious how that would turn out. Like, that's part of why I'm excited to get into streaming, is I want to see how that works out for you, want to see if there's anything that will need fixed. Right now I'm opening up Task Manager and shutting off everything that isn't important. Because again, my computer loves to open up Skype in the background. That Parsec thing, I still haven't uninstalled that because I keep forgetting to. And now Task Manager is not responding. It is just success after success today. Seriously, these last two streams have been something special.
Yeah.
Good lord, what do you do when Task Manager doesn't work?
You scream.
It's like you were my one last hope.
And yet you're not here.
It's although that reminds me of there was a dude, he was doing this thing for Halloween, right? He's playing hold on. He's playing, like, do you remember back when, like, the Sonic.exe creepypasta was a thing?
Oh, yeah, I know
Yeah.
that thing, yeah.
He was playing a bunch of games based off of that, and something spooky starts to happen in the game. It's just like he nopes out, and he clicks Task Manager, and shuts the game off with Task Manager, and he just goes, if only the kids in the stories knew about Task Manager. Because Oh, like, you have celebrities following you on Twitter? That's cool. I don't think I have anybody like that on Twitter. I have some people I look up to and respect who follow me on Twitter, but I don't think I have any celebrities following me. And if I do, that's going to be news to me. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to open up Task Manager in administrator mode, and I can't even do that. Why is... It's not just Twitch, it's like my entire computer is being a bitch today. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because in order to open up Task Manager in Administrator mode, I can't do that from the command bar. So I have to use my search bar, but my search bar is lagging. The fucking search bar on my computer is lagging. That shouldn't happen. And yet it is. I am literally just trying to open up Task Manager. I type in task, and then I'm waiting an eternity for it to pop up, and it never does. Okay, well now it's popped it up. Now I gotta wait for it to actually pop up the options to run as administrator. There we go. That's what I want. Because if I don't run it as administrator, I can't shut off Parsec, because for some reason Parsec requires administrator things to turn it off. I really need to go in there and uninstall it. But I don't want to do it during stream, because that'll take a long time. Okay, I guess while we're waiting for me to get all this sorted out and actually start the show, I can at least talk about things I'd like to do before the month ends. So let's see. How far are we in here? We're on the 17th. Holy shit. Yeah, we got basically 2 weeks left of October. Not that much. Yeah. Well, my hope is, first off, I found an old arcade game that I think will fit the vibe of the season pretty well. I'll tell you more about that in a second. And then the other thing, I started playing Metroid Dread recently, and that game reminds me a lot of Metroid Fusion on the Game Boy Advance, which is probably the most horror-based Metroid game in the entire series. Why is Firefox open? That definitely shouldn't be open. There we go. But anyway, I was like, if there was a Metroid game to play during October, it's definitely Fusion, and I've already done the first 3 Metroid games, so yeah. Why not finally move on to the 4th one, right? Switch is open in the background as well. Now, as for this arcade game I found, let me open up... Where is it? Let me open up the article I had open on it on my phone. It's a game that is known as Kairos or Desolator. It's not what you would call a very good game, but that's on brand for here, right? And basically, the way the hardcore gaming... Like, I'm gonna read you straight from the hardcore gaming article, just so you get the idea of why I think this would be perfect to stream on this channel for Halloween. Here we go. Kairos is a brilliant distillation of authentic 80s cheese. Developed by Alpha Denshi Corp., otherwise known as ADK, its concept is something like Big Trouble in Little China, but ditches the Chinese underworld setting in favor of a haunted mansion. The hero is a regular dude rocking a rad pair of shades, who makes his mission to stroll forward and pummel everything in his path. And here, everything includes enemies up to and including standard street punks, Japanese Onis, knights in shining armors, vampires, bikini-clad girls, and Marilyn Monroe impersonators.
What?
Yeah. And again, the description of it as Big Trouble in Little China, but in a haunted house, that also immediately gets me going, yeah, that sounds on brand for me. It's a beat 'em up, which is even more on brand. But it's not just like a regular beat 'em up. You know how like most beat 'em ups are viewed from the side?
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the rare ones that's viewed from overhead, which is never a good thing, just for the record.
There's some rare that are be good, but eh,
it'll make for a fun time on my channel because I love playing things that are, shall we say, subpar. Hopping vampires, maybe. But yeah, that's something I'd like to play. So those two are games I know I can do short streams on, which will be nice because the only thing I've done outside of Bloodstained and Clock Tower this year is I did the Goonies arcade game, which was fun. I finally got to finish that one. And it was interesting once I realized just how much was actually in that game. Okay, I am shutting off as many things in the background as I can without, ruining the system. Dumb background processes that shouldn't even be on. Like a Skype that keeps reopening itself. Skype, I'm never using you. I'm probably going to uninstall you too when I get around to uninstalling Parsec. Because why would I use Skype when I have Discord, right?
yep. Skype sucks.
Yeah. I actually only ever used Skype once. I know you used to use it and you don't.
Oh, it was a long time ago and it wasn't that great. It was
Yeah.
just because Discord wasn't like in my list of things I knew. And when I discovered Discord, I was like, this is so great, and wow, Skype is so freaking bad.
Yeah.
Did we shut
What?
Sorry, my cat just like
Ah.
happened to wake up.
It was
She was
just...
on my list the whole time and she woke up and she was just like staring at me from under the table.
Escape from New York is on Shudder because it's Carpenter. It is valid. Absolutely. Oh man, I need to get it. I am going to get a Shudder account someday. They have so many things. And Escape from New York is bitchin'. Escape from LA is not all that bitchin', but I like the part where he surfs on the dumb CGI tidal wave. Oh, that movie is something special. Okay, I've shut off as many things in the background as I can. We don't currently have an encoding overload, but I assume that'll happen intermittently. At this point, we've been here for nearly an hour trying to get everything working. I think it's safe to say we can start our stream now, right? Or somebody can just barge into my room without knocking. This is why I need...
That's yours.
Timing!
This is why I need the on-air thing over my door.
It's just me. It's not like I'm gonna scream at you.
I know. I literally said I think we can start the stream now, and then immediately the door barged open. It's a very pretty sweater.
Feel it. It's a soft sweater.
It is a soft sweater. Feels very comfy. Yeah, you watch Escape from New York on Shudder. Because it's a great film.
Enjoy your
Watch-
live stream with your girlfriend, not girlfriend.
Okay. I don't even know if y'all heard what she said as she left the room.
No, I didn't.
Good. Let's just say you're not the only person who teases me.
That's not quite new.
Okay, but see, you get to tease me because I like you. They tease me because I like you. It's different. Okay. Let's start this. Let's get killed a bunch of times. Let's see if I can remember what the fuck to do in here. And hey, if Grim shows back up and hopefully chat's working again, and if it's not, I'm gonna go scream. I don't know. Hopefully we can make it through this. I'd like to have this finished before the end of the October. Bleh. I'm okay. I'm okay with it going a little over time because once we're done with this, what the hell are we gonna play after this?
Good question.
Yeah. All right. So.
You'll have to find out. It's not my stream.
Okay, so the last time we did this, we escaped in the car.
Yeah, and it didn't turn great. Like expected.
What's funny is apparently, I don't know how you get this ending, but there's an ending where you do get back to the orphanage. You don't see it, it's like in text.
Uh-huh.
And it's like Jennifer returned to the Granite Orphanage. 3 days later, she was found in her room, dead. And that's just how it
No.
ends. So it's like, I don't exactly know how to do that. Yeah, Fluffy, you're here. That's awesome. Hey, I was saying it while I was trying to get everything fixed. If chat doesn't work, I will literally not stream, because chat is the most important part of streaming for me. Like, without the audience, like, participation, there's no reason to it.
Yeah.
No, we're not leaving. Jenny, get out of the car, please. Jenny, please, out of the car. Thank you. Yes, we'll take the car keys, but we're not using them. Let's get the hell out of here. Maybe if we're really desperate, we can use them to stab somebody in the eye. I don't think that's a thing you can do.
That would be great, though.
It's a good thing I remembered to grab the meat, too, because there was a part I kind of forgot about that I'm glad I remembered before we started streaming again. Okay, here's the part where we just slowly walk around the house and investigate. We could run, but running actually hurts Jennifer's mood. And if she's in a bad, like, panicky mood, she trips over things very easily. Which is bad when you're being chased.
You would like to avoid that.
Yeah. Oh, it's also worth noting about the Scissor Man. You haven't seen this yet, but his chase things, those aren't just pre-scripted. Those happen randomly. He can just pop out of places. So
That sucks.
oh, there's an element of randomness here. Like, that's the thing about this. It's a Super Nintendo game, and you wouldn't expect it to be, but it's pretty spooky. Okay, this one's locked. And do I have the key for this? I can always check that. Car key. Nah. Okay. Well then, let's head upstairs. Also, since we're probably not going to see it, because I don't think we're going to do 2 playthroughs of this. I mean, we could, but I don't think we are. The Scissor Man, one of your friends is always going to die in this game. Like, it has to happen. There isn't an ending where you save all of them.
Mhm.
But, there's a courtyard outside. In this particular instance, you can, like, it depends on whether or not you go into the bathroom. Because if you go into the bathroom, you see the scene we saw. But then, if you walk past that and ignore it, you instead walk out into that room we were just in, and it turns out there's a giant, like, painted glass skylight, right? And Bobby will come crashing through that with one of your friends on the end of his scissors.
Oh, I thought that was the first time you showed me the game before streaming
Oh!
it, you showed me the second option, so I remember this part.
Oh,
But maybe
okay.
the chat didn't know, so it's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, I do remember. I showed you this once, quite a while ago.
A little. It was just a little. You just showed me like the 2 different
Yeah, okay.
screens.
I think I wanted to, like, we were talking about, like, making a horror game, and I wanted to show you an example of something. I think that's what I did.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. As much as I love my Waxman concept that I was, like, trying to make an RPG maker, and I did kind of give up on, if I could make it a point-and-click adventure like this, I probably would, because I think that would fit the style of game I'm trying to make. Point-and-click games work very well for horror-based games. Especially because you don't have a direct control over the character. I do imagine that if this game had use of the Super Nintendo mouse, it would probably be better, but I don't want to try setting that up because my computer's already being a pain in the ass. Is there anything off this direction? Also, we haven't gotten any encoding errors since I fixed everything, so that's been nice.
Don't jinx yourself. Please don't.
What the fuck is that sound? I walked over there and I suddenly heard a very weird staticky sound. Do I have the Friday the 13th Nintendo game? I do not have a cartridge of that. And the funny thing is that as much as I don't think that's a good game, I would play it. You know what I do actually like that is not... It's not something that a lot of people would consider a good game. I actually really like the Nightmare on Elm Street Nintendo game. Especially when you can play that with multiple people. It's not bad. It's not, like, amazing. It's not gonna... It's no Mario, you know? But it's not bad. There's also a pretty cool Nightmare on Elm Street DOS game that I've played before. Oh, use the gold key. Okay, so here's one we haven't been into. Hi, Miss Mary. No! Come on!
She doesn't quite seem. How should I put it?
I'm trying to remember if this is a death scene or
Did
not.
you just put wine out of the bottle?
I don't know. I'm sure that's an insult to your French sensibilities.
Drink alcohol. I could forget his face.
Why would you trust
Yeah.
her?
Oh, that was very effective. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't remember this scene
Okay.
happening this early. Okay. So yeah, there you go. There's your big plot twist. Miss Mary is actually evil. Who would have guessed? Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to investigate to see what can happen. So yeah, talk to him. Who are you? Food. Okay.
Oh,
Now-
she was okay.
Oh, I'm walking away because I didn't want to trigger something on accident. But thankfully
Oh,
we.
can I take a guess?
What? Hey! Nah.
You just get yourself killed because you just went.
Yeah. Yeah, he ate us. I don't know if you could hear it because it was probably too quiet, but you can actually hear like chewing noises and it's very gross.
Oh, I don't hear the sound behind, but I did hear that.
Yeah, okay, so I didn't remember that happening that early. Let's try just, instead of talking to him the first time, I'm going to click him with the food and hopefully that helps.
Okay, like I said, can I take like a wild guess? No, a wild guess. A wild guess.
A wild guess. You want to...
Isn't that the man who owns the place in the first place? Like,
Yes, that's her husband. No, I don't want to talk to him yet. I want to give him the ham. Yeah, here. Take the ham.
Mange ton jambon.
There we go. Who are you?
Meh.
Simon Barrows. He's been kept here long enough that he's basically certifiably insane.
Well, I mean, 5 seconds ago he was killing you, so yeah.
Yeah. Yes, 5 seconds ago he was literally eating us. Right now, it's watching you. Watching you. Cradle under the star.
Can I be done?
Sure.
What does cradle mean?
Cradle, it's the sort of thing you'd put a baby in.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's Lot. So yeah, by the way, that was basically our surprising thing we discovered about Mary being a bad guy. You know,
Yeah.
shocker of shocks. The woman who brought us here isn't good.
But also, I realize like I need to go charge my phone. Oh,
Yeah,
I
well,
was asleep.
A voice is heard outside the shed. hold on. No thanks, lady. This isn't the right way. I am actually trying to remember how you do this. No, she has the shotgun. Well, shit. Oh, wait. I think I have the idea after she kills us this time. So that just has to happen. Seriously, I'm going to screw up every single scenario and, feel like we'd be bleeding a lot more if we got shot point blank with a shotgun like that.
Definitely. Okay, I'll be right back. You can continue the stream. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I am absolutely going to fuck up and get killed a lot in this game. That's just gonna happen. In the meantime, I will take a drink. I'm glad the stream's finally working fine. That's nice. Yeah, boom. I mean, I guess this was a Japanese Super Famicom game. They probably couldn't go, like, full Savini on that shotgun blast. But still, I think a shotgun blast to the chest at point-blank range would probably fuck you up a bit. I'm just saying. I didn't get a ton of sleep last night, I'll be completely honest. I stayed up a little later than I should have playing Metroid Dread. I actually stayed home from church this morning and cleaned the kitchen up while listening to the sermon on their Facebook stream instead. 1,000,000 ways to die, indeed, Fluffy. There are so many ways to die in this game, including some that are just endings. Excuse me. Yeah, but no, I cleaned up the kitchen a bit. I still need to do more work after the stream's over, and I'll probably take a nap after the stream, but, you know. I try to do these Sunday streams at least. I want to keep this consistent, if nothing else. So you can always count on a Sunday fun day here at WNBI TV, where we're high on retro junk. Oh, man. I wonder what would happen if I tried to do a Wolfman Jack type thing. I'd probably kill my voice. Hold on. Because in order to try and do that impersonation, I have to, like, go into my Crazy Taxi voice, which it hurts, but I'll try it because I'm just screwing around for now. So let me try this. Unless Lise just came back, she's going to hear me do the dumb Wolfman Jack thing. Given my luck, that is exactly what's going to happen. So. Hey, it's Crazy Taxi. Welcome to WNBI TV, where we're high on retro junk. That was terrible. I haven't done my Wolfman Jack in forever, because I haven't played Crazy Taxi in a while. I love that game, though. Crazy Taxi is the best. You know what? I'll go even further than that. Oh, hi. Wow, and as soon as you come... You missed me doing, like, a Wolfman Jack impersonation, and as soon as I finished it, I saw the encoding error thing pop up, and you said hello, and I was like, wow. Of course. Okay. Now that I'm done cringing chat with my terrible impersonation of a radio star, let's jump back into this. I think I remember what to do, because I think Mr. Barrows will help us. But first, we gotta redo this whole scene.
Did you notice?
Oh, did I notice what?
The new people that you like.
Hmm? Because I've been trying to figure out what to... Because first off, I'll just spoil this for you. Like, I could do it, but I don't want to repeat this scene. You can try to hide in that box. Miss Mary will know you're hiding in the box. Yeah, she'll just shoot the box. So that's another death. I think if I'm remembering correctly, the correct thing to do is to run back here to Mr. Barrows. I also got to talk to him again, the little hint about the cradle under the stars. Again, it's been a couple of years since I played this, so I don't remember everything. And there's also, here's the thing, this isn't the only Clock Tower game, it's a series. The PlayStation had a sequel, like a direct sequel to this. And here's the funny thing, this game was never released outside of Japan. Like, this is a Japanese exclusive game. What we're playing right now is a fan-translated version. And the PlayStation version, the sequel, did get localized. And because it was localized and this wasn't, Clock Tower 2 is just known over here in America as Clock Tower. And it's a sequel to a game we never got, and it makes references to this game that we wouldn't understand anyway. And retroactively, this game is often known by fans as Clock Tower The First Sphere, because it was included as a bonus disc with Clock Tower 2 in the Japanese version, I believe. So you can play through a PlayStation version of this as well. Also, we must be on track. I think we're on track for a bad ending already, getting caught like this. Unless Lot's going to show up later, because she does something later in the game. But here, I think Lot may have been shotgunned. Jenny, can you please run? I know I kept telling you not to run earlier, but this would be a good time to run. Let's go. Yeah. He's no longer looking at Jennifer. Okay. Is
I
hiding?
don't like go back inside.
I was trying to go back inside the cage, but that's not working. If I run out the door... If I run out the door, she's going to pop in here and kill me. Oh boy, pixel hunting. The best part of any point-and-click adventure game. Are you familiar with the glorious... Are you familiar with the glorious ways of pixel hunting?
Yeah, I know things about that.
Oh, that board. That board is it. That's what we want. Let's grab the board. Yeah, because she wouldn't have noticed that.
Oh!
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure she wouldn't have noticed that. Okay, we're out of the shed. Here's the pool.
It's more with Ruby for this one.
Can I go in here? There's a deep crack in the wall. It's crumbling. I don't think I have anything I can get through that. Yeah, okay. Fine.
I don't keep taking the car keys, they won't be useful.
Yeah, I would like to switch off the car key, because I don't think that's going to help us here. Some nice parallax scrolling going on here, though. Because, like, you got the trees in the foreground that are scrolling slower than the rest of everything. That's one of those cool things the Super Nintendo could do. And that's why this door was stuck. So now we can get back into the house, I guess. Okay. I literally couldn't remember how to get through that part for some reason. Okay. Well, we're back out here now. We successfully escaped Mr. Barrows. We didn't see Lot's body out there anywhere, so she may still pop up later. There's more things we need to do, though, to help, like, to get the best endings possible, there's some things you have to set up in advance. And here's the thing, I understand that her walking slowly and you're not having direct control over her is part of what makes this game such a classic, but there's also a degree of it being a little bit of a pain in the butt because you have to wait for her to do certain things.
Yeah.
Like, anytime you have to climb the stairs, it takes like a million years. Okay. It really does amuse me how much that... Like, they don't even try to hide that she's supposed to be Jennifer Connelly. That might be part of... That might be part of why this game didn't get released over here, because they would have had to redraw that portrait. That looks too much like her. Especially in the movie this was inspired by. Man. Yeah, no, Oh, there's your comments! Hi, Grim, you have shown up! Thank you! I think things have worked. I think it's worked out finally. I don't know what the fuck was going on, man. Okay, that's...
It's because, like, he was in the chat list, but he wasn't talking, and he's talking, but he's not in the chat list anymore. It's really weird.
Twitch is the jank. That's the best way I can describe it.
Is there too.
Hey, Lark Bark, welcome. Holy shit. Yes, I'm streaming.
Yeah, the chat is really not working for the... We were in the chat list before, but not, like, talking. And now that they're talking, they're off the chat list. It's really weird.
It's Twitch. Twitch being a bitch.
I just want to see this thing. Like, you pick something and then the soldier just goes there.
It seems to have been recently used. Some of the drink is still in there. I wonder why it seems recently used, Jennifer. A silver key is under the glass. Pocketed the silver key, so now we can go other places. It's a comfortable couch. Oh, the phone is ringing. In a spooky house. What's up, guys? Various beverages. So this is like a wine cabinet, I guess. Seems like a weird place to have things. The phone line's cut. Okay, can we pick it up? Okay, no, it's just a creepy ringing phone because creepy ringing phone. I'll be getting endings A, B, or C, but not S because it's non-canon Hollywood bullshit and I will have no part of it. And if there's buffering sometimes, it's just encoding overload because my computer can barely handle me streaming this both to Twitch and to Lysou. But yeah, ending S is like the happiest ending, I believe. Endings B, A, B, and C are I believe I might be guessing wrong. A, B, and C are the ones where Jennifer survives. And then S is basically the one of your friends survives ending. Which I don't think is canon to the PlayStation game. I'm not entirely sure because I played, I didn't play the PlayStation Clock Tower. Never had it. Actually, funny thing. I say I never had it. But the case for it, no shit, is downstairs in a box of random CDs my dad had. Unfortunately, we don't have the CD. The disc that's inside of there is like some sort of random metal band. We don't know what happened to the CD. And according to my dad, that was not his game. That belonged to a friend of the family. So, just random facts, right? There was Black Rose back here, so there's nothing else in this room. Can I stop myself? Okay, I'm just gonna... Yeah, okay, so apparently I'm just gonna climb over here. Oh well, never hurts to double check anything.
Oh, it was the Black Rose in that room.
Yep. But for real, we have the case for Clock Tower 2 in the basement. I just don't have a disc of it. It's one of the weirdest things in my house, just because I have a case but no disc. And again, according to my dad, that was something an aunt of mine had. And it's weird because I call her aunt, but it's more of like a respectful term because I'm not actually related to her. S is not getting the sequel, but A, B, and C is. Clock Tower 2, I'll stream it after you beat this and continue the story. Hell yeah, man. I'm up to that. I really do want to play Clock Tower 2 someday as well because I love this game. I don't know about... The thing about Clock Tower is that if you actually want to collect the games to play them physically, it's not a cheap series to get into by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, there is a locked door, I remember, that's down here. I think the silver key might go to that. And that might lead to the cradle area, if I remember correctly. I need another drink. Like I say on here, hydration is important. Have you been drinking your liquids, Lise?
Yeah, I drank all sorts of things.
You gotta make sure to drink. I know. It's. I'm sorry. I know it's because of your cat, but every time you start randomly speaking in French, it amuses me because it's like we're just talking, we're having a conversation in English, and then you switch into French to talk to the cat. Ah. Oh, here we go. I remember here. I think. Yeah, I remember here from when I... Oh, did I play this or watch somebody play it? It was one of the two. I've played this before, I just remember how far I got into it. But yeah, this is familiar to me. So we got books. We've got a mural back there. More books. It has chemical symbols on it. This is hard to understand. Oh, then I'm going to do great. I have big brain. Me smart. Me read book good. There's a note here. Time will cause adherence. The clock tower's clock stopped.
Qu'est-ce que... Non, t'es pas prêt?
Fluffy owns Clock Tower 3, but has no way to stream it. And Grim has all of them, but this one's only playable on modded/imported consoles. Well, if you mean... By modded, you mean I tore out the tabs in my Super Nintendo, then I have a modded Super Nintendo. Yeah, she just does the... Okay, let's see what's going on over here. Because I know this is our next room that we have to figure out. The mural covers the wall. Part of it's hidden behind that shelf. Well, can you push the shelf? That's... Hey, unique. Yeah, even she's like, I don't know what the fuck that is. I love it when she just, like she looks at something and, like, is just blank about it. She's like, I don't know. Yes, title drop.
But she just blinked like, okay.
Various chemicals are on the desk. Yes, they are, but I don't think they do anything. There's a few notes here. I already read that. I'm gonna title drop again on an accidental thing. Yeah, that counts, lol. Yeah, I know I keep saying it, but I love this game. It's just been a while since I played it. Well, is she going to say anything about it when she looks at it? I can't even tell what the fuck's supposed to be going on here. It depicts a ceremony. Is that room inside this house? Yeah. Because, like, I see a horn here. Is this like a horse or a unicorn or something? I can't tell.
Looking like a mix of a dog and a bull.
It looks like it's bleeding into this pot thing here. There's like
an arm to get blood.
There's like some sort of dark bird over here. And this. And furthermore, I remember something. Is that room inside this house? Probably. I only have the rope, the black robe, and the car key. I don't think any of those help here. Hopefully, here's the thing. I don't remember this game. I don't think it has any extreme bullshit, I don't think it has any, like, extreme bullshit Why can't I speak today? Like pixel hunting moments, like usual point and click things. Like there's this kind of infamous moment from the DOS game. Was it Darkseid or Darkseid 2? I can't remember. But there's a hairpin you need to collect, and it's like 3 pixels wide on the screen or some shit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's a shame because it's actually a pretty neat game. Is there anything else to do in this room? I don't think there is, because like we've looked at everything. She's not reacting to any of it. This wall over here, for some reason, is triggering something on me, because it's all empty, and I could have sworn there was something to do with this wall, but it might be another room. I don't have anything that I think would help me break through a wall right now.
While you were talking about like the tiny pixel things, like that are like 1 or 2 pixels wide, it reminded me. It's out of subject, but it reminded me. Many years ago, somebody who made like many people before, but made theories about some Final Fantasy stuff. And someone was like, "Oh, if you look at this thing right there, you can see that there's 2 pixels of different color, which means there's this part of this thing that needs to have been taken out." And I'm like, "Bitch, maybe they just forgot to put the thing in there. That's about it."
Oh my gosh, people
You never know.
people thought way too hard about Five Nights at Freddy's, man.
Oh yeah. At first, when it first began, it was interesting, but the more like Scott Cotton developed stuff, the
Actually,
more it became complicated. And I was like, let's forget about it.
actually, you just opened up something great, because I wanted to talk about Five Nights at Freddy's for a bit, just because when that first game dropped, it actually got me, but not because of the mechanics. 'Cause here's the thing about Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay. It's repetitive. It's the same thing. You literally sit in a chair and pray you meet the invisible requirements to not get jump scared. That's the gameplay loop. Once you realize what it is, it stops being even remotely scary or tense. Because at first, you know what?
For me, it's not. It's technically not scary. Salem, it's technically not scary. It's just the fact that there's jump scare. Without the jump scare, it wouldn't be scary at all.
Well, here's the thing about that first Five Nights at Freddy's. Because if there's one thing I think Five Nights at Freddy's did well, it was sound design. Like that's the game's only real big strength is sound design, and I'd argue the first game especially, the actual background art helped set the mood. And the reason I'm saying this is because as a tiny child, I know I've told you this before, I don't know if I've told you this, as a tiny child, I was terrified of Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. I hated them so much. So that game actually tapped into that childhood fear of mine, and to the first game's credit, the animatronics in that game looked like Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. Like, it was a reasonable facsimile. That first game, I actually liked purely because it brought me back to a childhood point, because, like, yeah, I remember being scared of that stuff. That was why I liked Five Nights at Freddy's, the first game, was the nostalgia factor. 2 and 3, it got really fucking stupid really fucking fast. And I stopped caring. I stuck around till...
Fluffy is mentioning in the chat that the loneliness is pretty fascinating, and I agree with that. I just... I'm stupid, so I just dropped some words in French for some reason. The problem is that... I forgot what the second thing. It's that the lore is so complicated, and people really want, like, a final, like, explanations about everything, because theory is great, like, to maintain something alive. Like, for 10 years we had stuff about Five Nights at Freddy's going on. The problem is that at some point, for someone like me, I want answers. And if people keep theorizing for over, like, 5 or 6 years, okay, but after 10 years, I cannot want my answer. Even if it's disappointing, I want an answer. And I lose interest into something if people just keep theorizing without getting any response.
Yeah.
So there's that. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is that in the, I think it was the 4 or 5 game, I think, I don't remember which one, but this is the one where you play as a kid who's having nightmares and trying to keep the animatronics out of the room. The thing they did that was very sneaky from their part, I mean the people who made the game, is that if you wanted to hear the animatronics going like next to the door, you had to bring the sound up. But the sound of the animatronic jump scares was way higher than the sounds they make when they are in the corridor. So if you wanted to hear where they were near, you had to bring the sound up. But if you did that, you know that the jump scare would be like 3 times more terrible.
Yeah.
It was like both a good idea and a terrible idea.
I actually... Oh, darn it. Hold on, my second monitor just went out. Can this bird please fuck off? Oh, I forgot to grab the perfume from in here. That is a thing I should do. I should also see if I can fix my computer up.
This game was really like, it wasn't scary except like one part that was a bit more freaky than the others. But honestly it was interesting because like this little tiny child and you see everything from its size. And it's making everything just look bigger and more impressive and it adds up a lot to the atmosphere.
I was actually about to say, 4 almost lured me back in because I actually thought 4 was the first one to actually have a good atmosphere again. But honestly, once we got in this... Like, here's the thing. 4, I felt like the story was just over. Like, it finished. There shouldn't be any more. What in the fuck is going on? I'm trying to fix chat up. Because something just went wrong. There's also probably going to be an encoding overload because I'm trying to fix this up.
Enfin, je me regarde l'espèce d'idiote.
Oh, what?
She's chasing her tail on my chest and she's like tapping my face with her paws because she's trying to grab her tail and I'm like...
I'm sorry,
"Oh,
it's...
hey."
Okay. Okay, let me go back into the game now that I've got this fixed up.
Please.
You know, it's funny, between the cat... between the cat, I'm gonna turn off the TV static. Yes, the blanket. The blanket to stop the bird. Yeah, I thought that was a thing I could do. I didn't remember. And then forget about the crow in the kitchen.
There's a crow in the kitchen?
There's one there, either near it or around it, and I might have already fucked that up. I don't remember. But no, your cat, between it chasing its tail, panting like a dog, and playing fetch, that cat is like part dog or something.
Yeah, she might have something about it. Also, this painting is a bad one. I swear I say that every time, but it's freaking me out.
It's weird. That painting gives me bad vibes too.
It's like if you get closer, that thing will probably try to munch you or something.
I think because I showed you this once before and you mentioned it earlier, I think I also showed you the thing with the mirror, so I don't think we have to do that, even though that mirror kill is one of my favorite things in the whole game.
You didn't show me about the mirror, but I don't want to see.
I love that kill so much. I will admit, part of the reason I love that kill so much, I will admit, yeah, looks like it isn't used. That's right, Jennifer, but can we be smart and use it to stop the bird? You had a cat like that? I knew a dog that meowed. Yeah, it looks like the... I know, Jennifer. Jenny, please, honey. Let's turn on the freaking lights. See if that helps at all.
The thing is just going to scream. Oh, no, it's not. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like the left bed isn't used. Can I pick that up? Black cloak. No. What the fuck? Perfume? Nope, and I startled her too by making her run around a bunch. She's upset now. I got the perfume out of there. I think... Oh wait, no, there's a bag here. Well, no, that's a picture. Hold on, let me check the picture here. What is this thing? Oh, look, it's a picture of 2 kids. I love your screenshot gallery. Are you talking? Oh, you're talking about the fact that the encoding overload happened again. Sorry about that. Something screwed up, and now it's going to be buffering a lot, Wirebrain. I wish I could fix it. I really do. Because you can ask the chat. It was working fine until I had a moment where my whole computer, like, seized up for a second, and I had to reorient stuff, and now it's bad. No, it's going to go slow for everybody. Okay, let me explain what's going on here. So, usually when a stream starts buffering, it's because the internet connection's bad. That's not what's happening for me. My connection is in the green. It stays up in the upper hundreds. It's fine. The issue is this message at the bottom of not Discord, at the bottom of OBS that says encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. I've been toying with OBS for 2 years now, trying to fix this. And it mostly fixed itself, but when I'm doing streams with Lysou, it causes issues. And we had those issues mostly sorted out, but then my entire computer just kind of seized up. And now we're having issues. And I don't know if I can fix this, so hold on. I'm going to pause this real quick. And we're going to look and see if we can make this stop. Because I do have some things running in the background that I can shut off. But yeah, as far as that goes, that is not something I can fix, unfortunately. Yeah, womp womp. Look, if I'm going to stream with Lysou, this is just something I gotta put up with, man. And again, it wasn't doing this until my computer screwed up, so it's not her fault, it's my computer being a piece of shit. Let's see if it opened up, let's see if something randomly opened up in the background. Like on Task Manager. See if that happened again, because I swear that just keeps happening. What's really annoying here is that the encoding overload has popped up since my computer stopped wanting to run, and it hasn't gone away. Like, it's literally, like, it would pop up occasionally with that last thing, but now it's just completely fucked up. Oh, it's gone now? Oh, please, please, please start working again. Whew. Okay. Unpause. I didn't want to load. What the fuck? Let's just... Oh no. No! I'll explain what happened in a second. I need a second. Okay. So, for some fucking reason, when I unpaused it, I hit a load save state button. The only save state I have on here is from ages ago when I played this, and I saved the state in front of the mirror to show somebody the mirror death. So in other words, we just went all the way back to the start of the fucking game.
Wait, don't you have like a way to go back to the previous save file?
No, okay, so basically what save states are like in an emulator is it's almost like you take a snapshot of the moment and you can return back to that snapshot. The problem is that this literally changes all the game's data to be back to the normal one. So even if I reset the game and click continue, it's going to continue from what the latest save was at this point in the game. I don't have a way to reverse it back. And on top of that, all the encoding overloads back. I guess. I guess I just gotta do everything again. Okay, well, cool. Since the bird's in its cage, let's see if I can actually make Jennifer take the bed thing. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. That's the mirror kill. There we go. Everybody go home now. Fuck it. I'm trying to hide it, but I'm actually very angry right now. All because I pushed the wrong fucking button. And now we have an encoding overload, so I don't know if everybody saw that.
Sorry.
It's alright, it's not you. Yeah, your screen just went away. I shut off the emulator. I need a second. I can't believe I just did that. Like, I cannot believe I just did that. We were... we were a good portion into the game there, and I just fucked it all up.
It's okay, it happens.
I know. It's just now I'm trying to consider, do we just restart the game and continue on, or what do I do?
Well, we always try to do that. There's no other solutions apparently, so...
There's also the fact that the encoding overload just keeps happening, and it's happening more now that my thing messed up. You want me to help speed back to where we were? That could work. I'm thinking I might start... Like, where I was there at that point, that's like only... I don't think we've even triggered the first kill yet. And I also checked if she's actually seen both the kills before, because I showed them a long time ago to her when we were first talking. So... It doesn't really matter. So we can do the bathroom kill again, I don't know. But yeah, I would appreciate that, Grim. Look, you guys know me. I try to stay very positive and, like, friendly on this channel. And right now, all I want to do is scream and throw things. I'm really angry. I'm trying to keep it under control. Let's hit continue and see where it pops me out. Yep, back here. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, since I'm sure I didn't do this yet, is I want to grab the perfume. Don't click the mirror. I don't think there was anything in the previous room to grab. What is this thing? It's a picture, Jennifer. Okay, so with the bird, if I don't get it out of the cage, I don't think I need to do anything with it, so if I just ignore it, that should be fine. I hate the fact that all she does is say the left bed doesn't look like it's used. Because that does help you get rid of the parrot later. We'll figure out what's going on here, but yeah. Any help is appreciated. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not... we just had... Okay, there's a glitch going on in the corner of the screen. You see it? There's... I didn't share my screen back. No wonder we're not having encoding.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yeah, the window kill. Well, yeah, but that happens... Oh, right, because that's how we get the worst endings. Well, not the worst endings. That's how we get B, C... That's how we get those endings. So, yeah, I can show her the window kill this time. That is one I didn't show her yet. Okay. I forgot to share my screen back to her, which is why this is running so smoothly. I was like, wow, we haven't had a single encoding error yet. Oh, I have... Okay, I have an idea. So, I'm going to try... Okay. So, sadly, this will... What? Hello? Okay, then Aiden can go. Okay, so... I'm turning down your frame rate, so it's not going to look as good on your end, okay, Elise? It's going from 30 frames to 15, which isn't the greatest. But I'm wondering if that'll help our encodability, and if not, I might have to start mucking around with OBS behind the scenes for our co-op streams. Okay, we're streaming the game to you, and you can also get a look at what I was talking about with the error on the screen. Because, that's incorrect. Did I pause this on accident? No, I froze the game. Holy shit. Okay. We're gonna reset this one more time. We're gonna try this again. And yeah, Grimm's right. Boom. See? All good, bro. Okay. Everything seems to be working fine, but when I say that, things stop working. Anyway. Oh, we're back out here. Okay, so cool. So basically, it checkpoints at every door we enter. That's nice to know. Okay, so we'll do the bathroom, we'll run away, and then I'll go ahead and do the window kill. Just because no one survives in the canon ending. Yeah, in case you can't tell, Grimm is not the type to like the Hollywood bullshit endings. He has his own little business he attends to, you know? Which reminds me, I don't think Lise got around to watching your Remothered video, because I should explain that. So, after the stream last Sunday, Lise couldn't sleep, and it wasn't because of the game, she just wasn't feeling very well. And she forgot about watching that video, and we haven't... I watched it, but we need to get around to watching it. And I just told her that since it was late at night, she probably doesn't want to watch it because the actual footage from the Clock Tower remake that was in there... Yeah, I didn't sleep after seeing that shit when I was, like, 16, when they redid the shower kill. By the way, your review was great, and when we were drunkenly playing the game and criticizing it, that was amazing. So yeah, we do need to go watch that. I also really, I've rewatched his top 10 slashers that need more cred video. Like, I've watched that a couple times. I love that vid. It's one I'd recommend watching, but you're not as big of a slasher person as I am. Jenny, you need to stop staring. Get the fuck out of there. Yeah, open the door slowly. See what happens. It's a good thing he walks at a snail's pace. Okay, we're still in the blue, so if I run to the other end of the hallway here... No, don't go up the stairs. No! Shit. I didn't mean to click the stairs. Why do I do this? Okay. I'm gonna try to calm myself down. Yeah, no, his slasher vid was great. Grimm's channel is just fun to watch all around. So we should absolutely give that another watch. And yeah, no, he sums up the Remothered situation better than I could have, because I wasn't as into it. I just remember I ran across some fan-made remake Clock Tower stuff when I was younger, and thought it looked really cool. Like, they took this game that's already pretty spooky for a Super Nintendo game, and they revamped it, basically. Made it even more intense. The style they were going for was fantastic. And then it all kind of vanished off the face of the earth after the guy who was making it got to work on a project with, I believe, some of the original creators. It's hard for me to sum up. Like I said, Grimm sums it up way better than I can. This isn't the way. So yeah, I wanted to go up the stairs. Damn it! Why can't I remember the layout of the house? I'm gonna hear him coming before I can actually get away, right?
Probably.
I'm using my ears to listen out for the snip snip. By the way, the ceiling kill here, as much as I love that bathroom kill, that's the more creepy one. I love that ceiling kill because it's a deliberate callback to Suspiria, which is a fantastic movie. I love Suspiria and Phenomena. Those are both just great movies. I like The Burning as well, but I like Suspiria and Phenomena a little more. Maybe it's just because I don't know. I love Italian movies, like, already. Like, I think Italian horror is fantastic. Heck, even the music in this game sounds like the sort of music you'd hear in an Italian horror movie. Okay, Jenny. Don't panic. Okay. Oh gosh darn it. Why couldn't I click anything? I wanted to click the box and I couldn't click it, so I could push it over there. I can't do that when I'm being chased, can I? That's dumb. So I guess we're gonna have to do what I did last time. I wanted to try and do something different, but it didn't work. Because, like, my plan was to push this box out of the way. Oh, right. This is how I get out of here. I forgot. I'm trying to make him push. I don't know, man. Okay, here we go. So, yeah. The room's going to fill with the insecticide. He's going to choke and run away. Yeah, Jennifer, get the fuck out of there. There you go. Now, there's a bird over here, I believe. And I don't remember what I need to do with this bird.
Last time when you poked it with the thing.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to do
Don't
that.
flew away.
Yeah. The burning is where the San Francisco Man from the sequel to this came from. That and Phantom of the Opera. Yeah. But no, this was heavily inspired by, just Italian horror films, which I love. Especially Dario Argento's Suspiria and Phenomena. Not Inferno. Inferno didn't do much of this, but I like Inferno as well, even though it's probably my least favorite of those. I could... Hi, petite Asian girl. Welcome. I can't do that while being chased. Okay, I don't know how far behind everybody else is compared to where I am in the stream. Okay, so to get the stuff out of that freezer, I'm going to have to get the insecticide, so I hope that room cleared out so I can get the other can that's in there. Because I think that's the only way to get out of there. This room isn't still... Okay, cool. So this room isn't full of insecticide anymore, which means I can take the insecticide. And then I can push this box over to get out of there. So figure that out. Okay, so she's too dumb to realize she should push the box to get over here, so first I have to make her try to get up over there, and then she'll use the box. I'd actually love to show you Phenomena specifically someday, at least. That's one I'd like. Plus, it has a face in there you've seen before, since I've shown you... I think the only Jennifer Connelly movie I've shown you so far is Dark City, but that was a good one. Yeah. Man, I actually really want to watch Dark City again, even though, like, I've seen it a couple times. I love that movie. Like, neo-noir and cyberpunk stuff is some of my favorites. And like, Dark City is not a cyberpunk movie, technically, but, like, you know, the neo-noir stuff, it's in there. Some broken tableware. So this is all just pointless junk I can click on, I guess. Is there anything in here? Nothing else here. Right, the rope. You can definitely get the rope. There we go. Like, I think Grimm's a fair bit behind where I am in the chat by the time I'm reading his stuff, based on where he's reacting to. Which is normal. There's lag between what's happening on screen and what's happening in chat. I don't remember what to do to mess with this bird, but we'll do that later, because I don't think you're supposed to poke it. And if we are, Grimm will tell us. Now, the window kill. I should get to that, since we're going to be passing by there anyway. So I guess I can show you that. And it does highlight one of the things I love about the game, which is how... I love the style of the game. Like, obviously they couldn't make the point-and-click thing realistic looking, but they made it look as close as they could get. And then the portraits and the still shots in the game are more realistic. Now, this is a guaranteed safe place if I get chased. Is it, though? I only say that because I remember specifically the fact that there's a spot in the game where it seems like a safe hiding spot, but Bobby can pop through the roof. Not to mention, there's a bit in one of the endings, one of the bad endings with Bobby, that makes me believe he has some sort of supernatural abilities. I don't know. Maybe he pops through the... I don't know. The ending of the game, there's several different ways that can go down. And a good number of those bad endings involve Bobby killing Jennifer. So it's like a death, but it's also like an ending almost. Okay, this. So once I hear the scream, I gotta hit one of the windows. Yep. A scream came from outside. Yep, here we go. So there you go. That's what happens. And look, you even got a little bit of blood. So now Laura and Ed are dead. You poke later after Bird steals an item. Okay. You just saw me leave the room and hallway now. Okay, thank you. Okay, so that kind of gives me an idea.
I mean, is Ella surviving if you don't get the window?
Yeah, you can get an ending where she survives. And I think you can get an ending with...
Yeah.
I don't remember if Laura can survive either. I think Laura gets axed off at the end either way. There's a couple of different endings. There's a few different ways this can come off. Unfortunately, no matter what you do, Lot always dies. Which is sad, because Lot is by far the coolest and most useful member of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Lot actually does shit. But I guess that's the tragedy of her character. She's the only useful one, and she has to die. And I prefer that to some horror films where they just make you hate the characters and, you know, you're happy when they die. That's shitty horror. Like,
It reminds me when Kelly played Lysou. There was like this one girl that was a huge bitch, and when she died, I was like, good for you.
Yep. It is not a thing that I enjoy in horror movies. When I hate the characters, I end up hating the movie a lot of the time. Why is there a key in the meat locker? Anyway, yeah, I am not happy with horror films where I hate the characters. Those are usually some of my least favorites. Like, a great example of this, and I know I hate on this movie all the time, Rob Zombie's Halloween is a piece of shit, and part of it is because it takes the characters that they weren't extremely well developed in the original, I'm not going to argue that, they were very simplistic, but they were likable, you didn't hate their guts. And the Rob Zombie Halloween movie, everybody's an asshole. Everyone's terrible. And they also apparently felt like they needed to justify why Michael kills people, and you know what the best solution they came up with was? Their solution was, oh, Michael had a bad home life. His father was abusive, his mother was terrible, then his sister was awful, you know. When it's a lot more scary in the original when Michael was just a normal kid that snapped one day and killed his sister. Like, that's what he did. No special backstory, nothing of abuse, just a kid that snapped and killed somebody one day, which is infinitely more scary than bullied kid who goes psycho, you know? I cannot stand Rob Zombie's Halloween. Fuck that movie. Laura or Ann that can live. Lot always dies, but the canon ending is only Jennifer lives. Yeah, which ties directly into the sequel. Which is why we should try to get one of those endings, because Grimm will continue the story on his channel. So yeah, it's yeah. And I kind of feel the same. Like I've talked about Nightmare on Elm Street 5 on here a bunch, and we can argue till we're blue in the face whether 5 or 6 is worse. I personally think if you hate every character and they don't all die, it's worse. Oh, it is. No, Nightmare on Elm Street 4. First off, I like 4, but I hate that it kills off the characters from the Dream Warriors. Because I love the cast of Dream Warriors. They're fantastic. Joey, Kincaid, Kristen, fuck, why can't I remember more names? This is why I suck at remembering names, guys. But you know, that whole cast, Taryn, that was the one I was trying to remember. Taryn, the punk chick, she's awesome. I can never remember the name of the nerdy kid, but I love him. I can't ever remember his name because all I think is nerdy kid. That's his name. He's the nerdy kid. Fuck is this? Rob Zombie's Halloween? What the fuck is this? Let's trigger Grimm the stream. Yeah, you think I hate that movie? You should hear Grimm talk about it. He hates that movie more than I do, and I despise it. I will never watch it again. And you know what's worse? I didn't just watch Rob Zombie's Halloween. I saw the sequel. I can't even begin to describe what the fuck happens in the sequel. It's a bizarre fucking movie. Yes, that is the appropriate reaction.
Sorry, there was, I don't know if you heard, but there was like some sound that started playing when they were shaking something.
Sorry. I'm sorry, I say I can't stand Rob Zombie's Halloween or Halloween 2, and you just immediately start cursing in French, and I'm like, yes, that's how I feel about it.
Sorry.
But that
I
man!
hear like the loud music that came out.
Yeah, no. Fuck that movie. Cannot stand Rob Zombie as a whole. Michael Myers is a candy problem, period. Yeah, I haven't seen a single Rob Zombie film I like yet. Mostly because Rob Zombie writes assholes. Like, that's all of his characters. That's all he knows how to write, are terrible people. And I get it. I also hold my own personal belief about humanity being evil at its base. That's my personal belief, which I know everyone being evil seems like it's at odds with my my positive personality that I tend to put on. But it's actually because of that belief that I can be the positive way I am. I know it sounds backwards, but that's how it is. Anyway, but that doesn't mean everybody's a dick and everybody's secretly an asshole, Rob. That's the problem I have with his movies, is that none of his characters are remotely likable. Even Captain Spaulding, which everybody loves. I love the actor. I can't remember his name. Rest in peace. I like him in his other movies that he's been in. He's always a treat to see. I despise Captain Spaulding, which you're supposed to. He's a serial killer and an evil bastard. But at the same time, I can't say I like him or any of the other members of whatever the fuck the group's called. The Devil's Rejects. I don't like them. White Zombie, I only know one thing about White Zombie, and that's that they're the backing track to a horrible Mortal Kombat knockoff on the 3DO. I can't remember the name of that game, but it's hilarious. Alright, so now that we've fed Mr. Barrows to avoid being cannibalized. I've never seen El Super Beast, though. That's not one I've seen. But yeah. Can't stand most Rob Zombie films because they have those hateable characters. Also, can we agree that the portraits in this game, especially for like the evil characters, they are actually pretty creepy. Like, Mr. Barrows looks pretty creepy for a 16-bit portrait, right? He's pretty freaky looking. Also, with Nightmare 5, I wanted to get back to that. So, in Nightmare 4, they kill off the remaining kids from 3, which makes me sad. I like the kids in 4, too. They're killers. I get it, Fluffy. I know they're killers. You're not supposed to like them. I just don't like that type of movie. Devil's Rejects is not a movie I can enjoy. Which I know makes me sound like a total bitch, but it's not for me. I need to have characters I can latch on to. And not, like, relate to, like a lot of people on Twitter say they need. I just need characters I can root for and actually enjoy seeing. If I don't have that, I'm not into it. With Nightmare 5, you'd think I'd be into it because it's still Alice. And I love Alice in Nightmare on Elm Street 4. But I feel like she's a weaker character in 5. And I also hate that they, again, except for Alice, they kill off the one remaining survivor from 4, which ruins Alice's happy ending that she worked for. Way of the Warrior. Thank you. Way of the Warrior. That is the one. Oh my gosh. That game makes me laugh, like, when I played it. It's so bad. And yet, I get a cheesy enjoyment out of bad video games. Like, I do enjoy them. Anyway, yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street 5. I'm trying not to repeat my giant rant I did on it. Like, one of my first ever streams I did on here was an October thing for Splatterhouse. And during the Splatterhouse stream, I somehow got on the subject of why I hate Nightmare on Elm Street 5 so much. And I am sad that I didn't save that stream. Because it was quite the rant from me. But yeah. So, you know, that's how I feel about my horror films. I need to have characters I enjoy. Otherwise, I'm not going to want to follow it along. Like, that's something that, like, the Friday the 13th series excels at. Like, one time I described it to my friend, I described it to a buddy of mine that slashers are kind of like a teen comedy, but with murder. And the thing about a teen comedy is that if you don't like the characters in that teen comedy, if you don't want to root for them and they're all assholes, you're not going to enjoy the teen comedy. Like, who wants to watch a bunch of dumb nerds try to get laid if they're not likable dumb nerds? And they're just a bunch of stupid assholes. You know what I'm saying? It's not fun. It's kind of pathetic, in all honesty. So that's the thing. I think that's the basis of most movies, honestly. Like, a lot of people say that it's a strong plot. I'd argue that if you create strong characters, your strong plot is going to come from those strong characters. Like, your characters will interact and they'll make a story. I'm not saying you should give up on your writing either. Your writing should be just as solid. But I'd argue that step one to success is having a cast of good, likable, memorable characters. And even if they're not likable in a traditional sense, like, you can have likable villains. Like, people love Freddy Krueger. I can't say I ever rooted for him except in Part 5. But he's got a fan base. He's a likable villain, even if he's a terrible person. You know, a child killer. Like, yeah. It's just kind of how it is. I feel like I talked for a long time and you didn't get to, like, have a word in edgewise. How are you doing?
Listening to you, yes. I don't really think about those things, so I'm just, like, listening. I don't have anything special to say about that.
That's fine. I just want to make sure I'm not, like, talking over you or anything. Yeah, the phone rings. I look at the phone and she's like, oh, the phone's been cut. But yeah. I have strong opinions on films. I try to be a little more forgiving of flaws and whatnot. With some films, I can't really do that. Heck, Nightmare on Elm Street 6. I know people who hate 6. I can appreciate what 6 was trying to do. 6 was not trying to be a scary movie. It was almost trying to be goofy and making fun of the idea, which I don't like as much either. Good characters can make a stupid plot work, but the reverse isn't true. Exactly. That's my thought. That is my thoughts summed up into a single sentence. Thank you, Grim. I have thoughts on how this sort of thing should work, and I'm not saying I am the only correct way to do it. That's just how I prefer it. Like, if I were to point out the things that make me like a movie, I don't know, maybe while she's going on the stairs, I'll get up and grab, like, some of my favorite movies off my shelf just so I can have, like, a reference in my head. Who watched Kick-Ass for Kick-Ass? Not me. I didn't watch Kick-Ass. I know the movie, I just didn't watch it. Okay, so now that she's going to be heading down the stairs, I'm going to get up real quickly and grab some of my favorite movies just to make a point, so. Give me just a second. Okay. Streets of Fire. Shakedown. Dark City. Short Circuit. Rambo. Turtles. Goonies. Yeah, those will work. Okay. Let me come back. Okay. That's the fun thing about this game. It's slowly paced enough that I can do something else like this in the background. This is a good game for a stream because you get to have a lot of commentary in, you know? Anyway, so let me just list off some of the movies I grabbed here. The Goonies. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Rambo. Not Rambo. Sorry, I should have grabbed First Blood. I grabbed the wrong movie. RoboCop. Blade Runner. Streets of Fire. Shakedown. Dark City. Short Circuit. What I think these films all have in common is, first off, they have great characters. Like, all of them have really good, strongly written characters that I want to follow along. I clicked the wrong door. Hold on. Second off, I think they all have visual elements that are very striking. Like, specifically stuff like Dark City, Streets of Fire, Blade Runner, RoboCop. Those all have a very appealing visual aesthetic. Okay, we're back here now. Okay, so we worked our way back here pretty quickly. And you know what? Since we're back here, I'm going to do the smart thing. I'm going to open up and I'm going to save a state right here. So we don't accidentally screw ourselves over again. Sound fair to you? Yeah. I've wanted to see Kick-Ass, honestly. It's something that I've been interested in ever since it came out, but I was too young to go and see it on my own. Something I've definitely wanted to give a try. Okay, so now we can see this that Jennifer doesn't know what to make of. I've picked up more stuff. This is where I got before I was stuck, so if people have hints, I will take them. In the meantime, I'll click everything to get Jennifer's commentary. Various chemicals are on the desk. Not that I can do anything with the chemicals. There's a note here. Time will cause adherence. The clock tower's clock stopped. Title drop. Yeah, I already did the note. But yeah, like, I think those are the things that make me like a film, is they have to have a really strong visual aesthetic. And they have to have really likable, really memorable characters. Like, that's what makes me enjoy a film. Beyond that, your action can be great, your comedy can be on point. But from that, that's where I want that to, like, build from. That's what I enjoy. Oh, have I been able to click this book the whole time? She just doesn't investigate the book. ... Oh, hold on. Is there something here I can click? Pixel hunting! Yeah, because she just reacts the same to everything over here. So none of these do anything. She doesn't do anything about that chair. She walks over to it and stares at it like a dumbass. She reads the same book notes. She talks about how the desk has chemicals in it. I don't remember if it was this wall that breaks open or not. And I don't remember how to. Okay. And I didn't pick up any new items in this room either. Oh, wait. Do I have... This is the other thing with this game, is that you'll have to, like, click around and use certain objects and other objects. I don't think any of these will do it, though. I know what the black robe's for. I know what the rope... I don't remember what the rope's for, actually. The car key's just an access to one of the endings. And I also vaguely remember what the perfume's for. Like, the perfume and the black robe, I believe, work in tandem. But I don't remember anything else beyond that. So at this point, I'm kind of stuck. So let's go explore the house for a little bit and see if I can jog my memory. Oh, it's already 4 o'clock. Dang. That means it's getting pretty late for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what houses haven't I been... What rooms haven't I been back to lately? 'Cause I don't think the room back here does anything. Yeah, that phone's going to keep ringing at me. Even though it does nothing. See, we got the key for that room. I don't remember if the silver key opens up anything else in here. I don't even remember if there was anything else in the earlier parts of the house I have to go back to check. I should check that as well. But yeah, you know, like, that's what I like in movies. I think is I think the most important part of a movie for me is just the strong characters. Like, if I can get attached to the characters, that's gonna do it for me. Like, it's the same thing with a lot of my favorite anime, too. It's like, I like really strong characters. So, a lot of my favorite anime have those. And even if they don't, a lot of my favorite anime instead have... They're visually striking. Like, you know... Ninja Scroll, which I only saw for the first time this year because Grim found out I didn't see it yet, and... he wouldn't stop screaming at me to go watch it. I'm being hyperbolic, but yeah, no, I went and watched it. It was great. I should have seen it way earlier. And I was not trying to avoid Ninja Scroll either. I just was lazy and didn't get around to watching it. But yeah, I'll go ahead and call that one of my favorites. Akira, I'm a little more mixed on, but again, I love it visually. Megazone 2-3, I don't think has the strongest characters, but it has literally everything else I like in it. Which is probably what helps with that, you know? Can I check anything else in this room? But yeah, like, that's just kind of how I follow. Oh yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho. That's an example of an anime that's my favorite shonen anime. Like, you know what? Fuck Dragon Ball. I'll piss off so many people by saying that. Fuck Dragon Ball. You all know the Frieza arc was terrible. Like, everybody holds the Frieza arc up on, like, a pedestal. Fuck the Frieza arc. Okay? That's my honest opinions on the Frieza arc. I love the Cell arc. Like, that's probably my favorite Dragon Ball Z arc, but you know what? Dragon Ball, for as much as people love it, it's got issues, man. It's got some bad issues. Yu Yu Hakusho, on the other hand, gold. And I don't care who argues with me or tells me I'm wrong. Yu Yu Hakusho, gold. And it's mostly down to the fact that the main 4 characters are very likable and relatable, each in their own different way. Like, I relate the hell out of all 4 of those characters in different ways. Especially Kuwabara. I always related a lot to Kuwabara. Ninja Scroll is old. That's right, petite Asian girl. Welcome to Shaggy Turtle Studios, WNBI TV, where we're high on retro junk. That's my shtick. I love old video games, I love old movies, and I love old anime. That is my thing. Like, just in case you aren't familiar with how I run things, I adore stuff from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Especially the 80s. Like, some of my favorite anime, just to list them off, it's stuff like, I love the original Mobile Suit Gundam from 1979. I love, Macross. I was trying to remember the full name of it, but then everyone was like, fuck it. Super Dimensional Fortress, Macross. Dragon Ball was the only good part. Soon Son Goku grew up, and it became it became just a battle show. The original Dragon Ball, when it was an adventure show, was fantastic. There was nothing in the bathroom. Well, there was something in the bathroom, but it's not there anymore, in case anybody didn't notice. Yeah, I like the original Dragon Ball when he's a kid. That's fun. Like, that's an adventure show. I like the adventure show. Yeah. I mean, it took you time to watch it. Ah, that's what you're making fun of me. That's fair. That is fair. Ninja Scroll is old. It took me so long. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, hey guys, Lise hasn't watched Ninja Scroll.
No, it isn't.
I'd love to show you it sometime. I need to get myself a DVD copy so I can show you it. It's a good movie, and I know you haven't actually finished watching it, but I know you have a copy of Ghost in the Shell. That's a great one too.
Yeah, I have a copy, but I can't watch it because my computer doesn't have any.
You don't have a disk drive, right?
Yeah, but that's it. Sorry, I forgot the word.
Okay, I need to go turn
I
on.
understood what I said. that's too much.
2 months for a fight. Yeah, the Frieza arc, man. Even when the Frieza arc has all the filler removed, I still say fuck it. I hate the Frieza arc with a passion. Like, that could be my controversial take. I've seen so many people praise the Frieza arc. I hate it. I hate it so much. Frieza arc is a piece of shit. I don't care who knows it. On the other hand, back to a few more of my favorites. So, you know, Gundam, Macross, Fist of the North Star, Megazone 2-3, the Guyver, like the old, like the Guyver from like the 80s. Both the Out of Control OVA, which I do want to riff on here at some point, and the 80s OVA series, which I own both volumes of. That's a great series, in my opinion. Ranma 1/2. That's one I never actually got around. I always wanted to watch Ranma, and I never got around to it. And it's a long series. Oh, is that the crack that leads outside? Hold on. There's a deep crack in the wall. Yeah, so that's the one. If I open that, can I open that up with something? I don't think. Yeah, like I can't. Yeah, like I'm gonna dig that out with the car key, right? Ranma.
I don't know why your main reflex whenever you go to the menu is to pick up the car key. Like,
I don't know. Like, in my brain, I'm like, maybe I can scratch something with it. Maybe.
The dumbest thing ever, and you're like, keys.
Well, it's the only thing I can think of that could break through the wall. Because, like, what else do I have in here? I have perfume. I have a
Why
cloak.
would you break through the wall with a car key?
Because it's an old house and maybe the walls are fragile.
This is not a paper house. This is a real house. There's big walls.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that, Asian girl. I like Frieza's race. I like the transformations. The fact that here's something I think is actually pretty cool. I like the fact that Frieza has a form where he looks like a xenomorph. And then his brother Cooler, like, I don't think Cooler was designed by Toriyama, because that was the movies, and Toriyama didn't have much involvement in the Dragon Ball movies at all. But his brother Cooler, when he transforms, he looks like a mix of the Predator and Shredder from Ninja Turtles. And I swear to you, that had to be intentional. Like, I am 100% sure that was an intentional reference. Because Japan loved, like, American cinema back in the 80s and 90s especially. Like, you can see their work in all kinds of things. They reference Alien, The Thing, Streets of Fire. They reference the hell out of Blade Runner all the time. RoboCop, even Rambo with stuff like Dog Soldiers. One of my other favorites from that time period, Lily Cat. Lily Cat is also one that is, Lily Cat's like one that's extremely inspired by Alien and The Thing. Like, the setting is Alien, but the monster is much more like The Thing. Except it's anime. And the captain looks kind of like an anime version of Logan, which is awesome. I freaking love Lily Cat. I've riffed that twice on here. I might do it a third time just because I love it so much. I think it's a cool anime. More people should see it. Even if it's not perfect. It has issues. Yeah, his brother, in quotes. Yeah, the brother that never gets mentioned in canon because the movies aren't canon. They can't be canon. Okay. That's gonna turn around. This is what I get for talking about the Dragon Ball movies. They're not canon. I knew it. I pissed off a Dragon Ball fan somewhere. You want to see me piss off more Dragon Ball fans? His brother. Oh, they're neither male nor female. That is right. They are... what's the term? Asexual? Androgynous? I don't know what the correct term is. Yeah, but they're not male or female. We just use gendered pronouns because they're easier, apparently. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird trying to figure it out, but they're cool. I like the race. Yeah, no, you want me to piss off more Dragon Ball fans? Broly was never that fucking cool to begin with. Fuck Broly.
Here I am who haven't watched any single episode of Dragon Ball in my life because I don't give a damn.
You don't need to give a damn. It's really not that great. It's locked. Oh no. Maybe the car key. I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
For the fucking car keys in the windows, like, I don't know. Stop taking that out.
And I accidentally clicked the stairs, so I have to wait.
Don't bring out the car keys. Oh my god, you're so close.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked the stairs, so we gotta wait for her to go back down. Oh, I needed a genuine laugh. That was great. But yeah, no, Dragon Ball...
I'm desperate at this point.
I would definitely say don't bother with trying to get through Dragon Ball, because first off, there's too much of it. Second off, I don't think you're going to get anything out of it, personally. That's not your type of show. And I like Dragon Ball. I watched the first few seasons, and, you know, Dragon Ball Z, I watched some of that. But eventually, somewhere around the Frieza arc, I started skipping episodes until it started getting interesting again, which happened in the Android. I'll stand by the best part of Z was the Android saga with Cell and whatnot. That whole arc was great. Like, you got a little bit of horror. Vegeta stops wanting to destroy her for a dumb reason. Oh yeah, I banged Bulma. I'm not a bad guy anymore. And it's sad because I like some of the Dragon Ball characters. Like Vegeta, I think is kind of cool. I like Vegeta. I like Krillin, actually. Krillin's cool because here's the thing about Krillin. Krillin is the strongest human on Earth. But because of how fast power scaling happened in Dragon Ball, it didn't matter. Like, the Saiyans are so much stronger than any human, so it's pointless. But I've always liked Krillin. I root for Krillin. Great Saiyaman 2, yeah. People really hated the Saiyaman arc. I didn't. I thought it was goofy fun. I don't care much for the Majin arc at all. But at that point, Toriyama was running out of ideas. He wanted to stop with Dragon Ball altogether, and I can't blame him. Yeah, Videl. I love Videl. Videl's cool. I like Gohan, actually. I like Gohan more than I like Goku. That's not a joke. I like that he matures from being a selfish, whiny brat into a genuine hero and protector of Earth. And finally, he never liked fighting. So once he saved the Earth, He wants to go and be a scholar. He wants to learn. He wants to teach. I really actually love Gohan a lot. And I'm fine with the fact that he doesn't participate in fights anymore. I'm cool by that. So clearly I missed something back in the other room I was in, because I can't find anything now. And I'm afraid if I head back out here, Miss Mary is going to shoot us dead, but we might as well find out, right? We might as well see if they dropped anything back here for us. But yeah, no, I like aspects of Dragon Ball, but overall, it's not as solid a series as everybody would believe it is. It has a lot of issues. But no, my favorite shonen is absolutely, it's Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, I will never stop praising that series. That's probably my favorite show of the 90s. I never finished it, but I also really like Slam Dunk. Slam Dunk's fun. I like that one quite a bit. Let's see. Did Mary close the door after her husband, or does her husband just stay in here? Yeah, she's just like, yeah, no, fuck it. I'm not letting him out. Also, I love the implication here is that they had this shed back here. Because if you look, everything else in the shed is old and decrepit, right? But these bars look fairly, they look comparatively new, right? So the implication here is that she built a cage to put her husband in. Although there's details to the story that you find out later involving the Scissor Man and Mary and whatnot. Like, there's a whole little conspiracy here. Fuck y'all. Mr. Satan for the win. I love Mr. Satan! I love Mr. Satan! He's awesome! Mr. Hercule Satan! Yeah, no. Yeah, no, like, see, you can hear me getting excited about Dragon Ball stuff, but it has issues. Over 200, over 300, maybe over 9,000. Oh, that actually hurt that joke hurt. I apologize. Actually, you know what's funny is the parallax scrolling trees. They remind me of the intro to Splatterhouse 2. Anybody else get that feeling? Like, that's what I'm getting. The feeling of Splatterhouse 2 when I have the parallax scrolling trees. And anybody wondering why I haven't done the Splatterhouse games on here, it's because I did do them. It was just back last October before I started saving my streams. I'll probably play them again at some point. I do love the Splatterhouse games, but this year I wanted to actually play something horror related, and this is a good way to ease into that, because I am not the greatest person with horror. Like, horror video games specifically. I love my horror movies. Horror video games I have bigger issues with. Also, no, that was not your joke. No. It's a dumb American Dragon Ball meme. I don't know what to tell you. But it has so many... Yeah, Dragon Ball has a lot of issues, man. It's definitely not going to win my pick for best shonen. I have other shonen I like more than that. Like I said, I already listed off Yu Yu Hakusho. I will praise the fuck out of that show. Oh, it had... I'm a fucking dummy. Your joke's way better than mine. Yeah. Dragon Ball Z had over 390 Shonen Jump magazine issues. You are correct. That's a way smarter joke than mine. I'd be lazy and blame me not getting a joke on me being autistic, but, like, that's just lazy. I'm just gonna say, yeah, I was too stupid to get that joke. That's a funny one. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z is definitely the most popular shonen manga of all time, but I'd say it's far from the best and even further from being my favorite. Because again, YYH, Slam Dunk, Fist of the North Star, was Rikio shonen? I don't remember. And even some modern shonen, I like way more than that. Like, I actually read through all of Demon Slayer, like the manga. I adore Demon Slayer so much. That's one of my favorites. And the anime was great, too. Like, Demon Slayer gets my pick for, Yep, it was a good pun. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you, petite Asian girl. Like, that was a good one. I was too stupid to pick it up at first. That was... Okay, back into this room. Because it plays the music every time I go in here, and I'm like, okay. Oh, wait, can I turn off the lights? No, I didn't want to leave the room. I wanted to hit the lights. Because there's a light switch there. Then I gotta walk back into the room. But, oh yeah, and then, of course, in addition to, Demon Slayer, which I loved, I want to start watching the new season once it comes out. I'm very excited for that. And, in addition to Demon Slayer... Okay, let me try reading this very quickly. Time will cause adherence. Was there a clock we saw anywhere in this house? I'm trying to remember if I saw a clock anywhere in here. Is that room inside this house?
Kitchen, but...
I don't remember one in the kitchen. And here...
No, I just remember...
Here she doesn't even... Like, she doesn't even seem sure of what's going on here. Neither am I, for that matter.
But, I mean, I'd be confused too.
Yeah. I don't know what this is at all. And I don't know what else is going on in this house. You don't like much Shonen Jump? I'll admit, I'm actually a pretty big Shonen fan. I like Shonen anime. Like, I'm not even going to argue with that. There was a time when I was a teenager where I would insist I didn't like Shonen, but as I got older, I realized, dude, I like Yu Yu Hakusho, I like Slam Dunk, I like Fist of the North Star, I like Full Metal Alchemist, which isn't Shonen Jump, but it's a Shonen story. Same thing with Soul Eater. Like, I like all of those, so I like Shonen manga. But I need the
Since I was a kid, so I'm not asking myself the question.
Lise has volumes of the Soul Eater manga. That was one of the ones she was into. Although I think the first one... Here we go. This is going to test my knowledge of you, see if I remember things correctly. Your first well, not your first, but like I think one of the first manga you were ever introduced to was To Love You, right?
One of the... it was like the first ecchi, but it was not the first manga that I was introduced to. It was very far from that, actually.
I remember you mentioning that was one of the first ones you saw, though.
The very first manga I ever read was seinen.
It was a seinen?
And I forgot like most of the story, but I remember the name. And usually the one that I pick up when people ask me what was the first manga I ever read was Medina. I gave the title of the anime, but it's a magician Medina.
Yeah.
And I don't think it counts. No, it doesn't probably count as a shonen. But it was the very first one that really got my attention. And then there was Solitaire Sakura Captor. And I'm seeing like mangas by himself, not anime, because most of the series that I watched when I was kid.
Yeah, no, you've told me about a couple of things. Okay, I'm looking around to see if I can spot a clock somewhere in here, because that might be something. If not, I know Grim can, like, throw an answer at me. Because I've been wandering around for about an hour, and it's almost time for us to call it a night, I would think. One Punch Man is the only mod... I fucking love One Punch Man.
One Punch Man's great.
Yes, that was one me and my dad watched together. It was great.
I should, like, watch the anime, because I've read like, most of the manga, but I dropped it at some point.
And
I should really, like, go back to it.
And, of course, rest in peace, Mira. The thing about Berserk is that, well, I didn't watch it for a long time, and I still need to watch it. Okay, so let's talk about Berserk for a second. Trying to watch the 90s Berserk series without pirating it is not easy, because last I checked, those DVDs are expensive. and it's never anywhere streaming that I can find it. So I've only seen like an episode or two of the original series, which is what I want to watch. My library has some manga volumes that I want to read, but they don't have the whole series because it's a lot of the series. So my primary exposure to Berserk, and I loved it when I saw it, was the first Golden Age arc movie, which is basically like a remake of one of the first parts of Berserk. And that was really fucking cool, and that's what got me into it, but I haven't been able to consume as much of it as I would like. However, Berserk has my eternal respect for just how much shit it inspired that I liked. Like, it's so influential, and the fact that Miura passed away, especially the way he did, it makes me very sad. Like, and he's never gonna, his story will never be finished either, which makes me even sadder. That's like, I think, the eternal fear of all artists, is that we're gonna pass away before our work's complete. I mean, I have that fear. Hope Prefecture got
Considering the way I work, I will definitely pass away before finishing my work.
Well, I'm gonna try my best to help you with that. And hey, you're finally sitting down and you're drawing your comic panels, and I know you haven't been entirely happy with some of them, but it's turning out very good. And I think once you have this opening thing up and ready for people to look at, you're going to get people interested in reading your story. Like, you have a very compelling setup. I got everything that was in this room, too.
But the thing is that my stuff by itself is okay. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not extremely good either. The real problem is that I wish I had like some better style and quality to my work.
I can understand that. I mean, I feel very
much. Like, I'm very but I'm like, I wish I could do like, it makes everything just.
Yeah. I know how you feel. It's the same way I feel. Like, I was showing you that stuff that one of those Twitter artists I follow makes, and I'm like, this is what I wish I could do. Like, they nail the fake, like, 80s, 90s anime style, which is what I wish I could do. And, like, if I could do all my art like that, I would, but I can't. So I get it, but the thing about your art is that it's still good art. It's still stuff people can look at and enjoy. I love, like, once you start interested in your main character designs, I think your main character designs are going to pop and stick with people. And, of course, the character's personalities, I think, are also going to be something people will latch onto, which I've said before. Good characters make a good story. Well, or...
The thing that I'm sure about, this is the only thing that makes me confident is the characters, because I love to make them, like, appealing in some way to... Sorry, she just like get just get my lips by trying to.
This is why you need me around, so I can. It's Shaggy Connolly. Hi, Crooked Badge. You're popping in towards the end of the stream here because Lisa's gonna have to go to bed before too long.
Sorry about that.
I'm just wandering around here looking for a clock of some sort to see if this will help me.
I ended up forgetting what I was saying because of you catching me.
I knew that was going to happen too, because like the moment I heard you start yelling at the cat in French, I was like, uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're talking about your story, your art, your characters, that sort of stuff.
The thing is that the only thing that I'm really confident about is that people will at least like the main cast.
Yeah.
Because right after the introduction that I'm like featuring, part of the main cast is immediately presented, and I believe that both their designs and personality will please at least someone like that. This is the only thing that I'm sure about, because anytime I mention my series, even if I like changed a lot the story before reaching this point, people were always remembering the character and stuff like that. And I know people in the chat won't get what I mean, but recently when Foxy just came back to me and she was like, hey, did these two didn't change? Are they still the same? Are they still acting like that? And I'm like, yes, it's the thing. even though like she didn't talk to me about it like for a year, she still remembers the characters. So I believe they're like pretty memorable. And it's the only thing that makes me happy because it's the only thing that is comforting to me.
I think once
Like people will remember my characters.
There you go, Grimm's comment. If it makes anyone feel any better, my work will never be done. Just too many people for me to kill, and they keep reproducing. Hey, you'll never be out of a job.
This is why I didn't become a killer. I'm too lazy.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work. Just ask Grimm.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I'm too
I
lazy.
can't figure out what to do here now. So if somebody wants to throw me a bone in chat to tell me how to proceed, I will happily take it. Because right now I'm stumped. I'm looking around. I'm trying to find things. I see how people are.
Like knows stuff about that.
I see that some people in here are sad about the fact that we're going to have to stop soon.
I'm sorry, it's my fault. I mean, you can continue streaming and I just go. It's also a possibility.
I can do more streams. Like, I love streaming, but even more so than that. This is going to be cheesy as fuck. Just a warning. I like streaming with you more. You make these streams. You make my Sundays very special. Okay, so this is all crumble. Oh, wait. There's something I can click up here. There we go. A pile of trash, wood, and concrete. Pocketed a rock. Well, that's helpful. I'm sure the rock will help us somehow. It's important. But yeah, to answer Petite Asian Girl's question, Lise lives in France. When it is 6 o'clock my time, which is Eastern Standard Time for anybody wondering, for her, it's midnight. So she's
currently an hour before me.
Yeah, which is why I was saying we're gonna have to wrap up shortly.
And also we are before midnight because I have work and I'm something like I wake up at 7 a.m. too. So I'm trying to have at least a few hours. During it takes me to fall asleep.
I just answered. I don't think Lise quite got what I was about to say. She's in France. Like, I think I answered her question before she typed the next one because of the lag between the chat and this. But yeah, she's got to go to bed. She's got to go to bed soon. So I'm trying to get out of here. West Wing storage room, check walls. There you go. Petite Asian girl knows some French. I don't know.
Bonsoir.
Yeah, bonsoir. I only know a little bit of French. West Wing storage room, check walls.
I don't know if it's like voluntarily or not, but petite means like a small girl.
Yeah, that's
not obviously a girl, but
right.
Either
It's
a
small.
girl or a small girl object.
Yeah, petite.
Object.
I mean, it makes sense that I think Petite Asian Girl would know some French because it's in, like, the petite thing's in her name.
Yeah,
And
but
also,
maybe it's just a coincidence, so I wouldn't like.
Also, I think I took the wrong stairs. The West Wing storage room, which I think, let's just keep going up. We'll get there. He said check walls, so at least I know what to check. Now, I only speak a little bit of French. I've been learning, but I don't have anybody to practice against other than Lise, and I haven't done my lessons in a while because I'm terrible and I'm lazy. But hey, I understand some of the conversations that you have with your friends on Discord, so that helps. Have some French in your family.
It's actually pretty hard to understand this because usually we're using dumb words.
Well, I can definitely.
I'm writing it's even worse.
I can definitely tell when you're upset in the chat because
yeah.
you use a lot of curse words.
No.
And I've definitely picked up. I've definitely picked up on the curse words. Yep, small Asian girl. Because
that you can't.
Because she is a small Asian girl.
I can't explain like right now because people don't get it. But recently, it's more that all the time shows. We went into Spain, made some stuff like that, and sometimes like you just swim together now. And the guy is Spanish, and at some point they were like trying to teach each other some words in their own languages, and the Spanish guy was like really trying his best to teach him some legit words, while Sean was trying to fill in some dumb stuff. I can't explain properly because people like it where it's making me laugh, but he told him some stuff that made me go, why are you explaining him that? That's
Uh,
good.
Petite Asian girl would like to ask if she wants to know if she can ask from what corner of France you're from.
I'm from Bretagne. It's under Normandy, in case you know. This is like on the west side of France, like north.
And again, since we've had some new people join, and I don't know if they know this yet, I will apologize for the fact that Lisa's mic isn't the greatest. Her cat broke her old one. She
Yeah.
will hopefully have a new one around Christmas time this year. So for now, please put up with this because I'm not going to make her stop streaming while I wait for her to get a better microphone. I enjoy this too much.
And if you're wondering why I'm not picking up a new mic before, it's because my mom is desperate to not have a Christmas gift for me like every year. So I told her to bring me that, and I don't want to buy it and make her go, but you promised me you won't buy it, so here we are, waiting.
Exactly. It's going to be a Christmas gift from her mom because, you know, Lisa's very much like me. People ask for what her Christmas gift ideas are, and she just goes, I don't know.
That's it.
I don't know. This...
And for 1 year that I know what I wanted, I'm like, please don't change plans.
This year, I was so non-committal about what I wanted. I went on Amazon and was just kind of like, hey, Mom, get me this dumb Demon Slayer Tamagotchi thing. And I got that, and I've been taking care of it. This is the same one I've had since I booted it up. It's adorable, too. It's a canal still. Because, you know, this thing only evolves a couple times before I take care of it. Although, demons have been attacking a lot more lately, which I assume is what's happening as it gets older. Like, it's going to be harder and harder to take care of. But I've had it for a while, and I very much enjoy taking care of it.
Yeah, it's looking very cute, too.
Fuck off, Grandma! This is I don't know if you're privy to this, Lise, but this is like a thing they keep nagging me about.
No, I didn't know I was nagging about it, but I know what OnlyFans.
Yeah, no, they keep making a joke about how I need to open an OnlyFans to make more money, and it's just like, first off, I don't know who the... I'm just the sweetest. Thanks, Crooked. He's all like... It's just... My friends are all like, you should open up an OnlyFans to make more money. And I'm like, first off, I don't want to. Second off, I don't want to know what sort of people are going to subscribe to me on OnlyFans. See, it's not that I don't think somebody wouldn't, because there's an audience for absolutely anything. I don't want to know who would subscribe for that. That's a nope. Because here's the thing.
Get an OnlyFans, show your tits to internet and get money.
Here's the thing, Lise. We like each other, but you can agree with me. I'm not exactly what one would call conventionally attractive.
Oh.
I'm not. I've accepted this. My charm is the fact that I am a giant dork. I am what one would call adorkable. Adorkable, yes. And it's weird because he said, here's the thing, the rooms here aren't labeled, so I'm assuming which one was the... Yeah, OnlyFans is not just for sex or for sexy. It's true, petite Asian girl. It's just a
Yeah,
tag.
there's some other things, but usually it's more known for that. This is why I said that. But yes, it's not only for sexy stuff.
You remember how they... You remember how they thought they were going to get rid of porn on OnlyFans?
Mm.
That was a thing they thought they were going to do, and then at the last second they reversed course, like, nope, this isn't going to work. We're going to lose all of our money and go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Also, I love that I'm wandering around because it's all like, which one was the West Wing storage room again? Was I just in it upstairs? Because I was looking at every single wall and nothing worked. Unless the game has a part it's not telling me about. Or I need to use the car key on it.
Let's say throw those keys away. But don't keep them. Throw them away. We don't need them.
I'm gonna walk around this house and poke everything with the car key.
I swear, if you ever get lost into a real house where people are trying to kill us, and I see a car key, I swear I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, so this door is locked.
And make sure you don't put your hands in the pocket.
Okay,
And then you will do.
I need to open this door. I think I got an idea. I'm gonna use this key. I'm gonna use this key. Haha, it worked. I also have a knife on my pocket chain, so you know that might be a little more useful. Yeah, they reversed what they were planning to do. They were thinking about forbidden sex channels on their platform, and then they realized how much money they were going to lose.
Like some years ago.
Yeah, it keeps
I
happening.
don't know if you remember. Like they wanted people to stop doing like their sexy content stuff because it was literally the only place where they allowed it. And when they realized the number of people they would lose because Patreon was only for that, they suddenly like changes their mind. I mean, money is money. If you wanna keep it, then why not? And sexy stuff, as long as it's like, you know, how should I explain?
But yeah, nah, there's a lot of porn
If
on
you don't away,
OnlyFans.
it's fine.
It's mostly porn on OnlyFans. Like, the only storage room I can think of is the one that's up there, but I looked at, like, all the walls and it didn't do anything. This is what I get for not playing this game for years and then forgetting about, like, the stuff. Because I know there's a wall that you can break open, right? Sex, porn, sexy modeling. There's both. There's both on OnlyFans. Trust me. You can find videos of people doing all sorts of illicit acts.
He knows.
Here's the... Well, see, if I... Look, if I want to see that, I'm not going to pay for it. Mostly because I don't have any friends in the sex work industry, or at least none that I'm aware of. But, you know, if you are, I don't mind it. But I don't... You can ask Lise... You can ask Lise. The amount of times I've actually looked at porn over the years, it's not that much. I'm too busy doing stupid shit like this. Some have gaming OnlyFans and they're not nude and they don't play porn games. Yes, they do. Yes. That's... Doll room. I haven't found the doll room yet, Grim. That's the problem. Like, I remember the doll room. I know where it is. Or do I? I don't fucking remember. This is what I get for I should have played this game more instead of playing it once years ago and then forgetting about it and being like, you know the reason why I didn't play this again? I played this before I started doing my YouTube. And then I was like, oh, I should play this for my YouTube, right? And I never got around to recording a YouTube playthrough. And now it's been so long that I actually can't remember. Because, like, okay, so here's where this storage room is, right? I have perfume, black robe, rope, a rock, and a car key. I have, like, over here there's the bird's nest that I can poke with the stick, but I don't need to right now. I checked this storage room that's over here. Like, I held my thing over the walls looking to see if there was anything to check on. There's nothing. I'm also surprised that we haven't had Bobby pop out yet. Because I know he can pop out of random places. It happens. We check this box back here. Right? This room has nothing more to check in it, although I can hit the lights again because that's helpful. Oh, the switch is broken. So yeah, this room doesn't have anything. So that room's a bust. This next room, we've already been in here. This is where we got the silver key from, right?
Hmm.
I believe the door down here is locked and I don't have anything that can get into it. And I'd like to get past this before, like, we have to go to bed. So, like, you know, I'd like to open up a new area with new things to explore. Because basically at this point, when I'm clicking everything and trying every option, what that means is there's only one way forward and I have to find it before I can open up everything to explore again. I've played enough of these adventure games to know how that works. That reminds me, I was watching... I'm disappointed because I had to miss Luca Jen's recently... We have to... I had to miss her recent stream because I was taught... I'm trying to think of a way to put this, because it wasn't that I had to. I chose to miss a recent stream to stay up and talk with you. Right? And I missed her playing this game she was playing called 7 Days a Skeptic. And that was a really cool game. Because, like, she... basically, she'd already played through the first one, which was 5 Days a Stranger, which involves a gentleman thief who sneaks into this house that's been recently, vacated, shall we say. He's sneaking in there to steal stuff. And instead, he ends up being trapped in some sort of dimensional rift with, like, a couple other people. And it's this huge supernatural mystery they had to solve. And I watched her play through that, and that was a really cool game. And then 7 Days a Skeptic is a sequel. And that sequel was set in space. And it was very much inspired by stuff like... Okay, so this door is locked. The place out here, that leads to the hole in the wall and the shed, which don't go anywhere. So these are also dead ends. I'm missing a bunch of rooms. I'm going through everything one by one, man. Like, the doors over there are locked. The one up here, like let me just stop here for a second. So we're here. Okay, so over this direction, we have the storage room and the bird's nest, which are both dead ends. We have the key. We got the gold key door that I got the silver key from, where Miss Mary drugged us. This door is locked. I don't have a way to get through here. This door leads to the outside with a door I can't get through. Over here is the kitchen and the alchemy room is what I'm going to call it, because of the chemical stuff. And all the way on the other end of the house, we have the opening few rooms. And yes, that's right, Crooked Badge. We finally... What that means is that you finally come to the essential part of point and click. Trying everything with everything on everything. Exactly. No map, there is no map. Hey guys, you want to know what's fun? You're going to be seeing me do more of this during December. Because in December, I'm going to be playing through Snatcher. Well, what's left of Snatcher. I didn't finish Snatcher last year, so we're continuing Snatcher from where we left off. That is actually what's going on. Like, I'm continuing Snatcher again. I've decided that's going to be a thing. Every December, we're going to play Snatcher until I actually finish it, because I didn't have the time to finish it last week. This leads out to the garage, I believe. But no map in this game. And also, I missed a ton of stuff in chat. I'm sorry. You're talking about how sex workers are being exploited and whatnot, which is terrible and should not happen. But I can't scroll back up on my Steam chat, unfortunately. Well, not Steam chat, my stream chat, unfortunately. Because to do that, I have to click outside of the emulator. But I do agree with what people are talking about. Like, that's not right. Oh, the car's gone now. So you can't even escape with that. Can I go out that door then? Huh. Interesting. It's funny, actually. I have a Raspberry Pi computer sitting around here somewhere. I haven't had it run in years. I don't even know if it works anymore. But this is one of the first games I booted up on it. Okay, it's upstairs, right? There were 3 doors upstairs that I could have sworn I went through. Okay, so we're going to head back upstairs. Kojima's first success. Yeah, Snatcher. I love Snatcher. I like a lot of Kojima's early work, honestly. I feel like his work gets a little more up its own ass the further it goes on, to be honest. Especially with the latest game he did, Death Stranding. That game, it's interesting, but it is so far up its own ass. Snatcher is more about the story, so point-click strategy there. True. Snatcher I can get through pretty easily. But I didn't have the time last year to finish Snatcher. That was the problem. I needed to actually sit down for a long time and finish it, and I was just too busy. I'm hoping this year I'll be a little less busy. And even if it's not, doing that every year is fine. Many sex workers on OnlyFans are their own boss. That's the appealing part, I guess. I don't know enough about sex work to really be an expert on it. It's a hard topic for me to broach because I don't have much experience for it. Anyway, we'll head upstairs. Okay? But yeah, no, Snatcher is fun, and here's the fun part. Once we eventually finish Snatcher, I don't have to end it there. Cyberpunk Christmas can continue because Kojima also made Police Knots, which I've never played. And I'm excited to play that one too. So yeah, Cyberpunk Christmas will absolutely be a thing for a while. And I'm happy with it because it gives me my own unique thing to do. Death Stranding is bad, a failure. I've heard mixed things on it. I've heard from people who absolutely hate it and people who really love it. It's very much a love it or hate it type of game. I haven't played it enough to actually know how I feel about the gameplay. I've just seen other people play it enough to know that, yes, that game is so far up its own ass. You can't fucking... I don't think you can be dislodged anymore. Which is it's a shame because Kojima is a smart dude. Didn't sell as much as he wanted. Look, I'm still excited to see what else Kojima might do. But it's very obvious to me that Kojima doesn't want to make movies. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Crooked Badge. Like, that's the thing about Kojima. Kojima so obviously wants to make movies. Okay, so this is the key with the girl room, right? Yeah, actually, Crooked Badge, on that note, the reason I get through these and my RPGs and all that comes from the fact that my, yes, the phone line's been cut. This is the beverage cabinet. We got the key out from under the glass. This couch is comfortable. This night does fuck all. That phone keeps ringing no matter what. But no, Final Fantasy VII, its instruction booklet, at the back of it, had a walkthrough for the first section of the game. Yeah, it'll be Snatcher on Sega CD. The emulated version, because fuck you, I am not running myself bankrupt for Snatcher. It is not happening. Oh, you finished it. It's very nice. I like the shading, like because they're in like that meeting room with the screens and whatnot. The way like because of the blue glow, like you know what I'm trying to say. It gives it a very cool look.
I get it.
Yeah, that looks nice.
It's saving me from looking at the ugly drawings under it.
Alright. And then finding out 99% of the game is a UPS simulator. I mean, the thing about saying that is, like, Harvest Moon's a farm simulator, and I love Harvest Moon. I can't have my own opinion on Death Stranding without playing it, but there are lots of people who hate it. He wasn't happy he wasn't a nominee for any category of Game of the Year that year. Oh, I bet. That probably upset him a great deal. And over here is the West Wing. Or I think it's the West Wing. So, you know, we're upstairs. I've looked at every room. It's just those three. And the thing about this is this house is way bigger than it seems right now. Like, there's a whole section of the house I haven't opened up yet. And I'm just trying to remember how I get there. And we're running way later than I'd like to be, in all honesty. I can poke that bird's nest with a stick if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Hold on. Looks like a bird's nest. Can I investigate this box now? Ah, okay, hold on. I found something. And now, oh, is she tired? If I leave her for a bit, she's going to sit down. Because she suddenly seems upset. What is this? The nest is full of eggs and junk. There's a key in here! A key is inside the nest. Pocketed the West Wing key! Holy shit, we finally made progress.
And why was it that you had to cook it the last time?
I don't know. Okay. It suddenly occurred to me that if I click that, Harvest Moon was never Farming Simulator with some adventure. True. By the way, just I know I already said it, but I adore fucking Harvest Moon. I've wanted to do streams of Harvest Moon, but like, I feel like they'd be the most boring streams because it would just be basically what's going on here, except I wouldn't have Lys to bounce back off of. If I did Harvest Moon, I would basically be doing, I'd be doing, like, Let's Plays. Not Let's Plays. I'd be doing podcasts, essentially. I'd have to invite somebody on to co-host with me just to talk to while I play it. Because otherwise the conversation just wouldn't be interesting enough. Harvest Moon is a very chilled-out game. And a long game.
I'm not saying much either, so I don't know if it would make a difference or not.
Well, it's getting late right now, and I'm trying to wrap up the stream. And, with this game, like, this game gets me talking, unfortunately. That's the problem. Like, I want to talk about horror movies. I want to talk about all kinds of things. Because this game, you know how I talk about my projects, Lys, and how they're very much inspired by a mix of the things I like? This game is a project like that. This game is a Japanese person who really liked Italian horror films and giallos, like Phenomena and Suspiria especially are obvious. But you also get hints of other Italian movies in here, and it's like, it's great. I love it. It feels like that to me. This is the same thing that, like, my beat-em-up project that I'm working on, that's inspired by stuff like Shakedown and Double Dragon. A little bit of Final Fight, but not as much as you would assume, in all honesty. But, you know, that's how it feels to me. So I feel like kinship to this game almost, because it feels like the sort of thing I'd like to make. Because it's inspired by things. That's how it feels. That's actually why I can relate to a lot of things, is I look at them and I can see what influenced them and inspired them, and it kind of makes me feel like maybe I'm not stealing that much from my own stories or some... I took something that was going to be uplifting and I turned it, like, dumb. Okay, point is, this game gets me talking. And I want you to be able to talk about things too. The issue is just finding a subject to talk about, you know? Because most of what I did this episode was I talked about movies you've never even seen.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't have any opinion about something that I haven't watched or anything.
I mean, I guess since you're here, I can also do something dumb and be like, "Hey, Lys, you want to tell the chat what the first date movie we ever watched was?"
Yeah.
It was it was RoboCop,
Yeah.
and she liked it. So, you know, here's the
Yeah,
thing:
it was a good movie.
if you show the girl you like RoboCop, and she likes it, she's a keeper. That's how that works.
That's stupid.
I am stupid. You've known me for like 5 years. You know this.
Yeah, but it just gets stupider.
A little bit of lore for you. Your original face started off as a Scissorman mask. That is cool, Grim. No, this game is fucking awesome. You guys are fucking awesome. I'm happy everybody was hanging out. I don't know if I'll be back later today with some other stuff because I'd have to decide what to stream, how long I'm going to stream. We also have other people who are going to be streaming later in the day that I want to watch. Pete's going to be doing something around 12 o'clock my time, his viewer choice thing. He's going to be watching Nuki at some point, which... Pete, my boy, why do you do this to yourself? It's okay. He does it for our entertainment. It'll be fun either way. Like, his shows are always fun. I was trying to think about what other movies did I show you, like, as date movies. We watched both Alien and Aliens. Those were good. And Blade Runner. Blade Runner was something that I hadn't seen before that I wanted to watch, and I bought a DVD of it, and then I was like, wait, instead of watching this, why don't I see if Lise wants to watch it with me for the first time? And amazingly, the internet worked fantastic that time. So there was almost no lag.
Possible.
There was almost no lag when we were watching it, so we both got to watch the film and we walked away from that one just absolutely loving it. Blade Runner's fantastic.
Yeah, Blade Runner was really cool. I liked it a lot.
And I also showed you The Lost Boys, which was my first R-rated movie. And you know how much I love that one. To the point that
It's a stupid movie, but I enjoyed watching.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Sometimes 80s movies are stupid, but they're still fun, and that's what matters. And you know me, my entire look is basically the Frog Brothers in that movie. I'm not even shy about that being my inspiration. It's that and The Goonies, which I don't think I've shown you yet. I love that one, though. Like, hold on. Over here on this stack of movies, I can remove the ones I've already shown you, and I still have a ton of movies to show you. Like, I just bought Streets of Fire, which I want to show you at some point. Although, I did show my brother Streets of Fire once I had it, and he thought it was fantastic. I have Shakedown, which I've been wanting to show you for years. The Goonies, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I hope Pete's computer will behave, too. Yeah. There we go. Yes, Pakistan. Pakistan, sorry. Crooked Badge. Dang it. Why do I fuck up the simplest things? You crossed my line of death. Nuke them. Get them before they get you. Another quality game from Butler Brothers. And I think Pete did the exact same thing last night, and that's probably a great way to end off our stream for tonight. So, everybody, I'm going to do the smart thing, by the way, since I'm exiting the game. I'm going to save the game position again, so we don't have another fuck-up like the last time. I don't want to deal with that again. So there we go. And now that I've shut that off, I can switch back over to my regular streaming setup. There we go. I guess this is the part where we tell everyone good night, and, you know, I have to say good night to you afterwards, too. Which is my least favorite part of the day. But anyway, yes. Thank you, everybody who showed up. Crooked, Petite Asian Girl, Grim, Fluffy. Burger was here earlier. Some random one Truel guy popped in for a little bit during the pre-show. I appreciate anybody who pops in here even for a little bit just to say hello. I really like that. I want to thank Lise for coming on here again, as always. It's always a pleasure having you on here with me.
Thanks.
And I promise you that once you start streaming, people will absolutely go to see your thing. Did I see the comment? Which comment? I saw that you hope Pete's computer will behave. I saw your comment about Dead Stranding being like Vince... Okay, I'll read it for you. Dead Stranding shows that Kojima is like Vince Russo. A genius in inventing stories, but needing a boss over them to filter some of the ideas you make, or something not as popular as you hope. Oh my gosh, I know that feeling. What's the guy I'm thinking? George Lucas is like that, okay? Star Wars, the original Star Wars trilogy, even though some people don't like Return of the Jedi, fuck you, I like Return of the Jedi. I love the Ewoks, fight me, I will win. Anyway, yeah, the original trilogy is brilliant, but the moment George Lucas had complete creative control, look at what happened. We got the prequel trilogy, which I like some parts of. Fuck episode 2, though. we got the special editions. So yeah, George Lucas having complete creative control over his properties was a terrible idea. You need to have people to filter your ideas through. I got hijacked here for a second by reading that. But yeah, see, that's the thing about a creative mind. You need to have a team behind you to filter your ideas into its most purified, rarefied form. The best form you can present to people. That's what you want. That's why a team is important. This is part of why I've accepted I don't know how to program shit, but I'm still going to make all the assets for my beat 'em up anyway, because hopefully I can find someone who'd be interested in, helping me with that. I can at least make all of the detail work. Like, I can make music, I can make sprites, I can do the stories, planning. I can do all that stuff. My issue is simply I don't know how to program, so either I got to learn how to, or somebody else will have to want to collab with me, or I'll have to pay somebody, something like that. But, we're getting work done. Anyway, I'm scrolling through the chat here to see if there's anything else I need to respond to. Doesn't look like it. Looks like this is all done. The Jedi fight in part 2. I've got issues with part 2 a lot. Episode 2 of Star Wars, I maintain, is one of the most boring things I've sat through. Didn't like it as a kid, didn't like it as an adult. Y'all might wonder why I didn't mention the sequel trilogy. I answer to you, what sequel trilogy? Anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and ride us out. You got anything you want to say to the chat, Lise?
Well, goodbye and thanks for hanging out, everyone.
Yeah. And with that, I bid everyone adieu.
The cat is having zoomies. This is about time to finish that.
Bonne nuit. Okay. Let me turn off. Cricket badge. The only thing I have to say about the Cricket special is Starship Jefferson is canon. Fuck you, fight me.